Hello everyone! Welcome back to another 2v2 battle. I'm bringing the forces of Chaos. My ally is going to be Bretonnia, and we are facing off against the Vampire Counts and the Wood Elves. So I brought Chaos because I wanted to... It's not really testing out because the Shadow Lore has been in here for a while, but I wanted to bring a Lore of Shadows Chaos Sorcerer here with the Occam's Mind Razor buff, the Pendulum, and then the Pit of Shades. And since I knew I was going to bring a Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows, and they have that nifty speed buff, as you can see down here, all Lore of Shadows do, with the map-wide 6% speed buff, I wanted to bring a very mobile army, so I brought a whole lot of Forsaken who have a move speed of 51% when buffed by the Lore of Shadows, which is kind of insane. They're like nearly as fast as horses. Behind them I have two Chaos Marauders with great weapons for some anti-armor to fight specifically against Graveguard and like Treekin, and again they are being led by Prince Sigval the Magnificent. And for more mobility, I brought 3 normal Chaos Knights, because I couldn't afford 3 Chaos Knights with Lances with as many units as I wanted. And then to try and get the edge against any potential Blood Knights fight that we would have with these Chaos Knights, I wanted to have Poison with us. So I brought a Chaos Warhound of Poison. For my Bretonnian ally, we have a front line of 3 Battle Pilgrims. We have the Peasant Mob, Grail Relique, 2 Foot Squires, 2 Fire Arrow Peasant Bows, and then 2 Spearmen at Arms. They're being led by Albrecht de Bordelot, Damsel of Life down here with the healing spells. And then we also have 1 Grail Knight, 1 Knight of the Realm, and then a Questing Knight in the forest. For the Vampire count, there are 2 Blood Knights, 1 located in this forest, which I'm going to scout soon, and then another one located over here. The rest of the Vampire count army is Manfred von Karstein, 2 Vargeists, a Fellbat, 2 Spears. Right there, we have 2 Graveguard with great weapons, and then a Skeletal Warrior. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for the Vampire count. And then for the enemy Wood Elf player, we have 2 War Dancers with the Azrai Spear, 2 Wild Riders in the forest. They are being led by Durthu, and he has all of his spells. We have 1 group of Treekin, Damsel of Life, 2 of the Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts. Actually, I'm sorry, 3 Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts, and then a front line of Eternal Guard to protect them. And that's going to be the Wood Elf force. So me and my ally are going to be marching up basically together in sync at the same time here. That's what in sync means. As my group of Chaos Knights, I wanted to swing them over here. And then before I did that, I wanted to make sure that the enemy did not try and deploy anything behind, well, what would be behind me at this point. So I'm going to send the Chaos Puppies over here, and we're going to actually discover this group of Blood Knights very soon. Meanwhile, the Questing Knight over here in the forest is going to discover these Wild Riders in a decent amount of time. And so here we go, we are found. The enemy is trying to pounce on our poor Chaos Puppies, but they are faster than the Blood Knights. So I'm going to pull them out and then kind of keep them nearby. And now I'm going to be getting our Chaos Knights over here to try and cut these Blood Knights off. And we're just going to charge them with the Chaos Puppies to slow them down. And then just boom, 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 boom. And we are going to envelop these Blood Knights. And then I'm also going to be casting Occam's Mind Razor on this Chaos Knight from our Sorcerer over there. So the damage is going to jump up to 54, including an increase in armor piercing damage. And yeah, we're just going to get this surrounding these Blood Knights. And they are going to die very quickly. They do not survive that encounter with the 3 Chaos Knights and the Puppies. Meanwhile, you can see the Glade Guard Starfire Shaft starting to hit the Peasant Mobs and the Battle Pilgrims. The Pilgrims are shielded, so they're blocking some of the damage, so it's not too bad. And the Knights starting to mount their offensive here on the left flank. Now you can see the 2 Wild Riders out in the open. My main Forsaken army, including the Chaos Marauders and Sigval, are about to engage here against the skeletal line. I'm making sure to have my Marauders take out these Graveguard, because they are my armor piercers. Going to be moving these Forsaken out to flank, and you can see these Blood Knights are now dead, so I'm going to be moving these forces out. I believe I move a Chaos Knight and the Puppy over to assist my ally, because Manfred von Karstein and the other group of Blood Knights are going to be over here assisting their Wood Elf partner. There's going to be like flocks of doom happening all the time over here around Durthu, by the way. Oh, that was a bit of shades. Here we go. We cast a bit of shades on these Graveguard, but I did not catch them all, unfortunately. But yeah, we caught some of them. Fellbats and this 1 Vargeist group is going to descend upon my Forsaken, so I'm going to fight them off with the Forsaken, my Chaos Sorcerer, and then get more Forsaken in here, as well as, I think, a group of Chaos Knights. I'm also going to do a rear charge over here with the group of Chaos Knights here soon. Oh, there goes the Puppies. I guess I have the Puppies and these Chaos Knights to take care of these Graveguard. And then the someone goes over here to help the Bretonnian player, who is right now being chased in the forest by the Wild Riders and the Azrai Spear War Dancers. You can see this Knight of the Realm is not going to have a fun time, and the Grail Knight is has a penalty in the forest, but they are doing a pretty good fight against those Wild Riders. And the infantry fight here just going to be multiple flocks of doom, and the Damsel of Life is going to be casting some healing here and there. And you can see that the enemy has surrounded them with Blood Knights and these Eternal Guards with shields. So I'm going to be coming in behind them with these Forsaken, who have already mopped up the Skeletal Warriors over here. So you can see half my forces are marching over here to assist my Bretonnian ally. Manfred von Karstein went in a 1v1 duel against Albrecht de Bordelot, which is a mistake. A big mistake. And they're going to pay for it dearly here. Another Flock of Doom, and here we go. Chaos Knights charging in here and here. Getting Forsaken here, and then more Forsaken over here to threaten the Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts, but we're going to run into these Wild Riders. But I have 2 Forsaken over here to deal with all of this. I'm going to be pulling out more Chaos Knights? No, I'm going to pull out the rest of my force. My infantry force here. Without Manfred von Karstein, like, these melee forces died super quick. And because of the lore of Shadows and how fast Forsaken are anyway, we're going to be getting over here pretty quickly. Chaos Knight's going to be moving around to try and threaten these Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts, because you can see my Forsaken are dealing with the Wild Riders, and this is just a massive infantry blob. I have some of my Chaos Marauders in there along with the Puppies to try and poison everything around them, again to give us a little bit of an edge. The Blood Knights are slowly melting to the Spearmen at Arms and the Knights and everything, and including these fire arrows coming in from the Bretonnian archers over here who are being threatened by a Vargeist. And so the Vargeist landed, and I immediately charged them with a group of Chaos Knights to save these Bretonnian peasants. And the Vargeist had no chance against the Chaos Knights. Right here, I do catch some of the Spearmen of my ally, I think. But I catch mostly these Eternal Guard with this Pit of Shades. But I did get a little friendly fire in there as well. Meanwhile, in the back here, these Grell Knights are still alive. They have suffered a lot of damage to these War Dancers with Azure Spears, who are now going to converge on my Chaos Knights along with these Azure Spears. So I'm going to be pulling this guy out in about in the next minute or so and trying to kill these War Dancers with these 2 Forsaken here and here. Trying to get a more of a surround as well. Blood Knights still fighting, but they are about to succumb to their wounds here. Another charge from these Chaos Knights who dealt with those Vargeists. And again, this is just a massive, just brawl going on over here. We got Bretonnian infantry still alive because they are supported by the Grail Relique, so their morale is not breaking yet, which is insane because that Grail Relique is so strong. And you can see my forces are also being affected by the Grail Relique, so even the like very low leadership of the Chaos Marauders, they're currently being buffed by, you know, Prince Sigvald and this Grail Relique, so their leadership is, what is it, 90 right now, 96. Like, that's a lot of leadership for a Marauder. Over here, I detached my Chaos Knights from this fight with the Azurite Spears, and we're just kind of chasing out units. Going to be chasing these Wild Riders as they are descending down upon the Peasant Bowmen. I do not want that to happen, so we're going to try and engage those Wild Riders there and finish them off. Manfred von Karstein either died or got chased off. I think he died to Albrecht de Bordelot. You do not want to fight Albrecht de Bordelot in the air as Manfred von Karstein. Manfred's not really a dueler. That's not what he's known for. Albrecht de Bordelot is kind of a dueler, and he even has abundance versus large and armor piercing while on that Hippogriff, so you don't want to fight him as Manfred von Karstein. Over here, we're dealing with the rest of the War Dancers with Azurite Spears with some help from the Grail Knights there, and you see just have a ton of Forsaken, and now we're going to be charging in behind who is left, which is going to be Durthu, these Treekin, the Damsel of Life, and some Eternal Guard are all that remains. My Puppies are still in there because of the Grail Relique. These, like, Puppies don't hold on this long, but they're still holding on there, you know, delivering poison to everything around them, and, you know, Grail Relique is just such a good unit, and the forces of the Chaos and their Bretonnian allies are going to win the day against the Vampire Counts and the Wood Elves. Man, the poor Vampire Count infantry was just crushed so quickly because that second Blood Knight group didn't assist the Vampire Count infantry, and only one of the Vargeists descended down, and honestly they probably shouldn't because Vargeist versus Forsaken is not a good fight for Vargeist. The Forsaken's weapon damage is insane. They have decent armor, whereas the Vargeist have 10 armor. And, I mean, they have, like, 100 weapon strike, I think. So they will deal some damage, but, like, Forsaken, I believe... Look, so listen. I haven't tested a Forsaken versus a Vargeist. It's not exactly a matchup you see all the time, but I'm guessing the Forsaken win that hands down, even without the assistance of a Chaos Sorcerer or, like, charges from Puppies and stuff. But yeah, so their infantry line just got crushed so quick because Manfred and the second Blood Knight, as well as one of the Vargeists, went off to help against my ally of Aura. And when they were dead, then we just kind of pounced on the Wood Elf player. But Sigvald here did take some damage from Durthu towards the end there. It was a little scary because Durthu hits pretty hard. But netted 30 kills. The Chaos Sorcerer only got 9 kills out of 2 Pit of Shades. But he did cast a couple Occam's Mind Razors, so that's good. Chaos Marauders lived throughout the entire battle, which is not something you usually see. The Forsaken, man. My God. The Forsaken are so brutal. And I took them... The reason I did this, like, mobile army, mobile infantry, and mobile knights was because we're facing off against the Wood Elves, basically. Because Forsaken just do so well against Wood Elves. Because Wood Elves, like, their infantry has no chance against Forsaken. Or at least not much of one. Now, like, the Treekin and the Ancient Treemen do. But, Forsaken just chew Wood Elves alive, which is kind of ridiculous. And there weren't really even that many Graveguard to fight in this one, so I kind of got lucky there. I wasn't fighting a whole line of Graveguard and like Sternsmen and stuff, because that would be a little harder for the Forsaken to do. And then the Chaos Knights did really well. We surprised that one Blood Knight who didn't even get to kill a puppy. That poor guy just got surrounded by 4 units. It was like a school of piranha descended upon that poor Blood Knight, and yeah, there was not much left after that. For Aura here, we have 21 kills in Albrecht, including Manfred von Karstein. The Battle Pilgrims did okay here and there. I still haven't done that much testing with them. I don't know if they're truly worth 600 yet, but I probably need to play with them a little more. Foot Squires did better. Grelwalik is like MVP. Grail Knights, 81 kills, even though they were also fighting against War Dancers with Azra Spears. Quest Knights did okay. These Knights of the Realm, though, they got picked clean by Wild Riders and the... I just said their name. The War Dancers with the Spears. And then the Spearmen at Arms, I mean, they were in that fight. I'm sure they did some damage here and there. Let's see. Then for T to the O... Holy! 184 kills on Durthu, which is no small feat. The Wood Elf battle line did really well, or infantry line did really well. War Dancers did really well. The Glade Guard, they did deal some damage, but they were eventually shut down by my Forsaken and Knights and stuff. Wild Riders dealt some damage here and there, and then the Tree King got 37 kills, which is definitely not bad. But man, Durthu almost getting 200 kills. They cast like 3 or 4 Flocks of Dooms in that battle. I think they devoted more mana, or Winds of Magic, sorry, to Flock of Doom than they did the healing spells. I think they may have only cast 1. Or maybe they cast a Regrowth in there as well as a Earth Bloom. Is that what's called, an Earth Bloom? But in any case, good game to Dons and T to the O, as well as Aura. And let's go watch a cinematic view of this battle. Very glad I sent these... Oh, wait, hold on. But yeah, I'm very glad I sent those puppies into the forest. I almost didn't check it, because they were deployed over here, and I was like, what's the chance of deploying something over here? But, you know, might as well be safe than sorry, and these guys are fast anyway. And then, boom. And then what do we find but a bunch of Blood Knights hiding out in the forest? And then my Knights are like, oh, boys. We're about to have some fun. Oh, man. Yeah, nip at their heels. Slow them down. Get that poison damage in. God, these Blood Knights just wanted to escape. Nope. Yep, they had a fun time. I try to cut him off, and it kind of works. Kind of.
Magic is chaos! Running!
Yeah, these Forsaken just chewed through those poor skeletons so quick. And they're so fast! 51 move speed with this Lord of Shadows.
Run! Kill the Saladin! The Blood God!
There goes Manfred. And then these Var guys thought they were going to have some food. Nope. I got my allies back. They got mine. Forsaken are just such a solid pick against Wood Elves, unless they go all trees. It's kind of the exact opposite, but not too many people go just all trees. Those fire arrows look so cool when they land. Like little mini explosions. Like fireworks. A fire. Anyway, that's going to be it. So I hope you enjoyed the 2v2 battle, everybody. And I will see you all next time. Take care.